Hello everybody, welcome to my speedrun guide of I Wanna Run the Marathon. This is one of the best fan games ever made in my opinion. Also makes for a really great speedrun. Has a reasonable length of about 40 minutes. Has lots and lots of cool tricks, very fast paced, and it's just really fun to play. This is currently my favorite game to speedrun, in fact. And I really hope more people will pick it up. This guide is gonna go through all the small little tricks, how to make all the bosses more consistent and all that. And I will say that this guide will assume that you have already beaten the game and you know what's going on. I'm not gonna cover stuff like how to dodge basic boss attacks. I'm gonna assume that you already know that. It's all gonna be about tricks and how to improve your consistency and all that. Now the first thing you want to do is actually download my autosplitter for the game. It's on speedrun.com under the resources. And if you do not know how to actually enable the autosplitter, I'm going to show you right now. So first of all, each you're going to want a split for each world and each boss. The golf section is just one split. So each world is going to have one split and each boss is going to have one split. Alright, the way you enable the autosplitter is by right-clicking, clicking Edit Layout. It's going to bring up this window, which is all my autosplitters for my different games that I run. And I'm going to click the plus, click on Control, and then add a scriptable autosplitter. Double-click the autosplitter, and then choose the autosplitter that you downloaded, and then just click OK. And it'll work. The way the timing works for this game is when you first enter this portal, as soon as you enter this portal, the timer will start. So if I bring the splits on right now, when I enter the portal, it's going to start the timer. And the timing ends when you enter the credits. As soon as the game fades into the credits, it's when you stop the timer. Though the autosplitter will also do that automatically. Now it's important that you don't hit F2 while you're actually running the game, because that will break the autosplitter. The only time when you want to hit F2 where it doesn't break the autosplitter is in the Pokemon world at the very end of the game. So do not hit F2 like randomly in World 3 or something, because that will break the autosplitter. Okay then, let's get started here. Enter the portal and the run begins. Alright, so I'm gonna be trying to cover the game in a screen by one screen at a time. I'm gonna show you how the screen, how you can quickly get through each screen, as well as some options that you have in terms of fast strats and safe strats. For the screen, just dodge the triggers. Right here, I think you're supposed to dodge it like this. However, if you do that, you have to stop moving. So what you can do instead is just, don't do that. You can jump over that, so you can just hold right the entire time. Dodge this, just keep going left. First screen is very simple. Alright, second screen is where it gets interesting. First of all, you cannot do this corner. That's what happens if you do it. And this entire screen is actually based on a cycle. I actually recommend not saving right here at all, because if you save and then die, the cycles are gonna kind of mess up. So I just recommend not saving here at all. And if you die on the screen, just reset. So you're gonna do is you're gonna drop down, jump over here, over the trigger there, and then as soon as you drop here, you're gonna jump to the left, and you're gonna bonk over the moving spike. Jump over this spike and land here, because there's a hole here. I'm gonna show you how to do that right now. Alright, coming in on the second screen, gonna drop down, not save, go over here, jump over it, bonk there, and jump to the left. That may take some practice, and if you do save here and die, the timing on these spikes are going to be slightly messed up, and you have to wait a tiny bit, and it's just like all awkward and terrible. So I recommend just not saving there at all. Obviously trigger that, jump over here. Jump, and then to the left. Jump through the gate. Alright, third screen. You're gonna jump on this platform right away. And it's very simple, but at the end here you have options. So what you can do, this is what I do, is just jump over that apple and then jump to the left. Like this. Just jump, land, and then jump to the left. However, there's a faster way of doing it. If you do that. I don't really like doing that, it doesn't save a whole lot of time. And it's kind of risky and annoying if you mess it up, so you can do whatever you're comfortable with. Run to the left and then save here. Get through the gate. Right, for this trigger you have options. You can either do it the intended way, where you dodge it to the right, or you can... I'm gonna jump up, delay here a little bit, and then when I start falling down, I'm gonna move left and then immediately jump. I'm gonna jump past this trigger. It's a little bit tricky to do. I don't recommend this, but it's here if you want to do it. There you go. I don't recommend doing that. It's not worth it. It saves so little time, and you're gonna be resetting a lot over that. Jump over here, shoot the button, and go on to the next screen. So for this screen, you're gonna, when you save here, you're gonna save as far left as possible. You don't actually need to hit the save with your bullets. As long as you're inside the save while you shoot, you're gonna be saving. So you're gonna be saving as far left as possible. That is because of the cycle of these apples. If I save over here and hit R, this apple is in the way. If I save over here and then hit R, it's perfectly timed. And it just happens so that when you enter the screen and just run to the left in the save, the apples are in a great spot, so you don't need to save and hit R at all. But saving is always nice in case you mess something up and don't want to reset because of it. We are going to jump here, shoot the button. You're going to align with this block. This is for the corner strats that I do recommend learning because it's not too hard. If you do this right, everything is timed really nicely here, so you can just rush through it. Right here, you don't need to land on this block. You can just jump over the spike and then jump to the right because it's double jump water. Now for the corner. I don't recommend always going for the corner. What I do is I run to the right and then stop moving. If I'm in this exact spot right here, you can see my foot is slightly over the edge. If I'm in this exact spot, that's when I go for the corner. Because it just happens so that the corner is actually really easy if you do it from this exact spot. If I don't end up in that exact spot, then I just don't go for it at all. See if I get it now. No, I didn't, so I don't go for it. And right here, you're just gonna run right and you can skip that entire trigger. You're supposed to run back and then do that diagonal, and it's kind of slow. So you can just skip that. Alright, this save is probably one of my most hated parts of the entire game. This little mini-boss in this room. This mini-boss is actually surprisingly difficult to kill fast without dying. It's very simple, he just dies in 3 hits. But you're gonna be surprised in how many runs you're gonna lose here, and how often you will die on this little mini-boss. I actually considered this mini-boss to be harder than like half the bosses in the game, funnily enough. So you're just gonna shoot and try to react to the apples as well as you can. Sometimes you will just get RNG that is bad and you're gonna die. Try not to focus too much on actually being on the left when you kill him. Just try to kill him as fast as you can. And if you just can't get damage without dying, don't worry about getting damage. It's not worth dying. Actually doing pretty well right now on this guy. But yeah, I actually end up losing a lot more runs than I would like to admit on this guy. Alright, there we go. So you're gonna jump off from about here, and as soon as you hit this block, you're gonna be holding left, and then stop holding left as early as you can, and then drop down a bit, and then jump to the right with the water. So hold left, and then drop down a bit from about there. Because if you jump right away, you're gonna hit the block, and you're gonna not make it up there. Jump up, and for this part right here, you actually get a good V-string, so you can actually just hold left and then double jump. You don't need to land on this block right here. You can just hold left, double jump. It's very easy. For the spikes, get over here. Screen's very simple. Drop down. To the left, here's a little speed strat. You're supposed to do it like that, but you can also land on the block and then jump to the right. And then jump back. Like that. Hold left, do a single jump. Just do that. Alright, so when you enter this screen, you're actually on a very good cycle to just hold left, save, and then jump immediately for this apple. But if you die and hit R, you're gonna have to wait a tiny bit. So if I hit R and then jump right away, it's perfectly in the way. Like that. And it's really annoying. So you have to delay a little bit. You jump over the apple, jump to the right, and then dodge it like that. Don't dodge it the other way. I don't recommend dodging it in that sort of way. Like that, because that's really slow. Dodging it the other way is not hard at all. Right here you have options. You can either do the intended way, like so. And there's also a speed strat. I don't like doing this one. It's not too difficult, but it's kind of annoying, and I don't know. I don't like doing this one, but you can actually jump from here all the way to the same point. It's a little precise. I believe you need a 6-frame jump. I haven't actually checked which height you need, but it's about a 6-frame, I think. 5-frame works too, if you time it perfectly. I don't really recommend that, but if you really care about every single second, then sure, you can do that. Here, nothing special. Just dodge all the triggers. Right here, you want to, as you're going here, want to bonk on this block. This way you'll get on the bottom a little bit faster than having to walk off and then accelerate. Alright, last screen. So for this screen, this is also perfectly timed, so that when you enter it, the apples that are moving won't be in the way. And by the way, for this jump, you can just short hop over that and then full jump as you're about here over the spike. Remember that you're on sort of a time limit for this, though it's not very hard to make it over because the spikes are slowly fading away. For this cloud right here, it's supposed to do it this way. However, you can also do it that way. Another strat that I don't really recommend doing, honestly. It's a little bit tricky, and I don't know. If you want to do that, you can go ahead and do it. Alright, I'm gonna go back. So these spikes come back. And then for the last part here, you're gonna single jump over the 3 spikes over there. These 3 spikes. You're gonna single jump from here. This is a single full jump. So you land perfectly here, and then you're gonna do 2 full jumps. That way you don't actually have to land here. You can just full jump, and then jump through the apple gate. Like that. Alright, now we're going into the next boss. You're gonna move down, and then you're going to jump down to get some acceleration, and here comes probably the most annoying boss in the game, honestly. First off, you're gonna start off by getting 2 damage in that way. Now the way that this boss works is that if you miss the boss, you're gonna hit that green apple at the top, and you're gonna heal the boss. And the boss actually moves faster or slower, depending on how much HP he has. Or it has, I don't know. So what often ends up happening when you're... This boss is really annoying for speedruns. Because every time you hit the boss, he's gonna speed up, and every time you heal the boss, he's gonna slow down. So if you end up missing once, you need to realize that the next hit is he's gonna be slightly slower. It's very easy to snowball on this and just keep healing him forever. So I'm gonna purposely I'm gonna damage him a little bit, or at least try to. Alright, you can see the boss is like speeding up and speeding up. I'm gonna purposely miss and then try to like time it without thinking about the slowdown. It's very easy to snowball on this and just keep healing him. It's really annoying. But you just have to realize every time you miss and heal the boss, he's gonna slow down. So try to be careful with that. And just try to get as much damage as you can. And yes, the purple attack is very annoying. You're gonna lose runs to the purple attack, because it's the purple attack. Now, when it comes to the second phase, you are going to want to... It's not possible to kill it in one cycle. It's always gonna be 4 hits or more. Or it's always gonna be 4 hits on the last phase. And by the way, if you do this boss perfectly, the healing apple is actually gonna disappear on the last hit. Nice. So let me try to demonstrate. There you see. The healing apple disappeared even though the boss is still active in phase 1. So on this hit, you know the next hit is gonna start phase 2, and you can just mash without caring about the healing apple. Now, it is possible to get 3 damage in on the second phase, but it's honestly not really worth going for, because it's gonna take 4 hits no matter what. So getting 2 and 2 damage is not much slower than getting 3 and 1. So I don't really recommend going for the 3 damage. So let me try to get a perfect kill here. See, right there I snowballed on the healing there, because I didn't expect him. It's hard to get used to the slowing down. This boss is super annoying for speedruns, and I wish it didn't exist. And as soon as you kill the boss, you're gonna be staying here and then try to time this so that you exit the left side as soon as the arrows appear. If you jump too early, you're gonna die on the left edge. The left edge is death until these arrows appear. That's when you can actually exit without dying. Alright, so get on the edge and then try to time it so that you don't jump too early. Now for here, you're gonna just move on to this block. This guy's gonna come down, you're gonna mash shoot. And as soon as you... so when he starts sucking you into the black hole, you're gonna be holding right, and as soon as you transition, you're gonna jump. Because otherwise you're gonna fall into the hole, and you're just gonna waste a bunch of time on the screen transition part. So I'm gonna mash shoot. I'm gonna hold right now, and then I'm gonna jump as soon as the transition happens. That time I was a little late. It doesn't matter that much though, because I still made it up here. If you don't move at all, you're gonna fall down here, and it's super slow. But yes, the goal is to jump as early as possible so you actually make it up here. You're gonna move right. Navigate these parts. Jump over. And you're gonna enter the second world of the game.